All right, everybody, just gearing up. Let's people roll in here. We have a lot to talk about on the show today, and this is honestly a test. Let me turn off this music here. This is a test. I am going to start going live more often, but we have a lot to get into today. We're going to talk about Trump's meeting with Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney. We're also going to talk about Hillary Clinton possibly running for president in 2028. Yeah, we thought that pantsuit tour was over, but I guess that's actually being talked about in a leading report just yesterday. We're going to talk about Mark Carney's visit to the White House, and then we're going to actually watch some clips from that. But we're also going to get into the other top candidates for the Democratic candidates for 2028. We're going to talk about Gavin Newsom and Alcatraz as a response to that. A lot of different things going up. Some clips from some other creators that I'm friends with I'm going to share. But as of right now, I'm actually going to we're going to look at this clip of Trump with Mark Carney in the White House. So I'm going to pull that up right now. And let me remove that. Okay. And while we're waiting, feel free to follow me on YouTube and across all the other platforms. And I'm definitely trying to step things up, and it could use your support. But here's that clip we're going to play from Colin Roog. You can see it right here.
They get along very well. They like each other a lot.
Well, if I may, as you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, Buckingham Palace that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever. But the opportunity is in the partnership and what we can build together. We have done that in the past. And part of that, as the president just said, is with respect to our own security. And my government is committed for a step change in our investment in Canadian security and our partnership. And I'll say this as well, that the president has revitalized international security, revitalized NATO, and us playing our full weight in NATO, and that will be part of it.
And they have, I must say, Canada is stepping up the military participation because Mark knew, they were low and now they're stepping it up. And that's a very important thing. But never say never. Never say never.
Hey guys, let me unmute. All right, guys, bear with me. Getting used to the controls here. All right, you heard it. You heard it. He said, "Never say never." But Mark Carney's trying to come in, and the new prime minister trying to strong arm Trump, saying that Canada is not for sale. Definitely trying to be like night and day compared to Justin Trudeau, Justin Castro. They also like to call him. I want to actually play a part of that clip again. So let's bring that up, and I want you to listen, pay very close attention to this part right here. I'm going to put that back up on the screen.
They get along very well. They like each other a lot.
Hold on.
Well, if I may, as you know from real estate, there are some places that are never for sale.
That's true.
We're sitting in one right now, Buckingham Palace that you visited as well.
That's true.
And having met with the owners of Canada over the course of the campaign last several months, it's not for sale, won't be for sale ever. But the opportunity is in the partnership and what we can build together. We have done that in the past. And part of that, as the president just said, is with respect to our own security. And
All right, guys, bear with me as I work through the kinks. But he says, "Never say never." I just love how Trump doesn't take no for an answer. You got to admire that, whether you like him or not. He does not take. Hold on. Sure. Okay. And you got to admire that with Trump. He's going to stay consistent. And you know that Trump knows how to get headlines. So that clip that just came out today. It's probably the biggest one on there. But another clip, another moment was when this reporter was asking Trump about the tariffs. And I'm going to play that right now. So let's put that clip up here. And okay, I got it right here.
Tariffing Canada, is there anything he could say to you in the course of your meetings with him today that would get you to lift tariffs on Canada?
No,
Why not?
just the way it is.
So it's funny. It's just the way it is. Trump sticking to his guns on the tariffs. He said, is there anything he could say or do to get you to lift the tariffs on Canada? And he just straight up said no. You see them freaking out over that. And you can see the look on his face. We could put that back up on the screen, but I'm definitely going to try to master the transitioning to this live process. But he's sticking to his guns. Carney's in there. I've seen opposing things on X about how Carney is composing himself at the White House, but Trump is definitely sticking to his guns on the tariffs. And after all it's said and done, there's a video I put out the other day that really explains how I feel about Canada after all this, and I think that a lot of people agree. Let me know if you agree with this. I'm going to put this on the screen here, and basically, everybody keeps asking me. Everybody keeps asking me. They're like, hey, Kort, what do you think about the whole situation with Canada? What do you think about them electing Mark Carney? And this is my answer.
This clip from South Park perfectly sums up how I feel about the election in Canada when they just threw out Justin Trudeau months ago, but now have elected Carney.
What say you, Mr. American Ambassador?
Fuck Canada.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
This clip from
Sorry, I didn't unmute my mic there, but they are so desperate for a Democratic frontrunner. They are bringing back Hillary Clinton. They're reviving the whole idea of Hillary Clinton running for president in 2028, and that's a leading report I saw on Twitter, and actually from Leading Report. I'm going to put that on the screen here, and you have to be so desperate. You have to be so desperate here now. I'm sharing that on the screen. You have to be so desperate. Look at that. Breaking. Hillary Clinton could potentially be running for president in 2028. Former senior Trump advisor Jason Miller says. Look at the face they picked. Look at the picture of it. I mean, that's going to give me nightmares, guys. That's going to give me nightmares. I mean, why don't we just bring back dial-up internet? If we're going to bring back Hillary Clinton, let's try to revive corduroy. Let's bring back boy bands. I mean, what the hell? Who the hell comes up with this idea? She lost to Trump, and surprising because at the time I thought she was the chosen one, and this is coming from somebody that was a staunch libertarian at the time. But Hillary 2028, because losing twice wasn't enough. I mean, what's going to be her slogan if she were to run? Ready for the round 3 of rejection? She's back. Even the pantsuits are begging for a break, right? We're bring back make pantsuits great again. Make pantsuits great again. And I don't know if this has been confirmed by her, but this was mentioned by somebody in the Trump campaign. I mean, what's your funniest campaign slogan you can think of if Hillary were to come back? Right? I mean, we could think of anything with the emails. Well, I saw this one. I said, Hillary's 2028 plan, same old lies, new wrinkles. Yeah, you can see it there in the picture. She's definitely got a lot of new wrinkles. Right? She's still trying to reset her image, like her email server, right? MAG is ready to send her campaign to the history books. Yeah, I saw a lot of different comments I brought up on that. But I digress. What do you guys think? Do you think that this is a possibility? Is this how desperate the Democratic Party is? Hillary 2028? Hillary 2028. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. It's insane, guys. It's insane. I'm gonna work on the format for this, but I feel a few people that are watching bear with me on the transitions. But A few other things I wanted to get into was that, let me pull it up here so I can go seamlessly. But they're talking about the top candidates. I saw a post on X, and I'm reading it here, is they're going with Governor Pritzker, Illinois. They're going with Kamala Harris again, and Governor Whitmer, and Pete Buttigieg, and also AOC and Bernie Sanders. A lot of different things people are throwing around. I mean, none of these people have that star effect, have that status to make me think that, yeah, that's the one who it's going to be. AOC's too far left, and I think it's her image is so far left that it would be damaging to the followers she did have to appear like she's suddenly middle of the road, right? That would just be complete contrast to how she has conducted herself, to all the different stances she's had. I mean, the whole Green New Deal idea, right? That whole thing, they can't disassociate with her or Bernie Sanders from those ideas, right? Pete Buttigieg, I could see, him having experience in the administration, but also another one on here is Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, Pete Buttigieg, kind of of the same caliber, if you ask me. But if you look back, take a look at this. I had a video, and this is video of Gavin Newsom, the state of California, and where we're at with Gavin Newsom. This is what it looks like right now. This is what it looks like right now. I'm going to show it to you right here. This is the state. Got to remember to unmute my mic, ladies and gentlemen. So bear with me. I'm still working out the kinks on StreamYard here. But you saw what it looked like. You saw what I saw, right? You saw those people camped out on the sidewalk. This is Hollywood Squares. This is what the state that California is in. No pun intended. But this is the state that Gavin Newsom brought the state in. He started off as mayor in San Francisco, right? Worked his way up to lieutenant governor, and has been governor for years now. But that if he's the front-running candidate, he's the one doing the podcast, he's the one trying to reach across the aisle, have MAGA guests like Steve Bannon on, have Charlie Kirk on, and he's getting a lot of flack from the extreme sides of the left for even having the conversation. But that makes me think, though, he's more of a credible threat to try to appear middle of the road. But if you are into politics, if you've been paying attention, and I'm sure if you watch me, if anybody watching me, you do pay attention to these things. He's the governor just years ago during COVID, during 2021, that signed a bill that allowed anybody who identified, born a man, if you identified as a woman, he allowed you to go into a women's prison, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, that even if you committed heinous crimes like sexual crimes, he was allowing them. A person born as a man with man-like features who suddenly just said, boom, boom, suddenly I'm a woman. You could go into a woman's prison, right? That's not middle of the road. And to me, we have to hammer that into people's minds that these are the kinds of things that Gavin Newsom passed during his tenure that can't be backtracked on. There's certain things that you just can't backtrack on, right? There's certain things you can't put blinders on for middle America, right? So those are things that I'm going to focus on as a content creator, or whatever the hell you want to call me, journalist, independent journalist. Those are things that I'm going to be hammering into people's heads. being from the People's Republic of California myself, these are things that that are fresh in my mind just in the last few years. And this is a lot of things that a lot of people don't talk about, is he diverted money. And this is because they were running low on money during the lockdowns, right? During the lockdowns during COVID, he diverted money meant for people for state fire funds, Cal State, Cal Fire, to protect people when their homes are burning down, right? He diverted money from that to go to money to illegal immigrants, right? To just give them money, straight up give them money. He took money, and let me just say that again. He took money meant to help people fight fires, right? To protect their homes that have been, burnt to the ground. He took that money and gave it to people who broke the law, right? Whether you want to say they came here illegally or whether they overstayed their visa. He took that money and handed it out to people that were here illegally. So those are things that I think that people that are middle of the road won't be able to look past. So we're going to make sure those things stay in the headlines. It's going to be incumbent upon us to do that. But I had some other tabs here. I'm not going to go on for too long, but I had this other tab here. Let me pull it up. He was asked about Alcatraz. We're on the topic of Gavin Newsom in the state of California. We all know that Trump said that he wants to open Alcatraz. And I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the live comments here if you think that is a good idea or if you think it's actually going to happen. Or is Trump just the laser pointer for the media? Is Trump doing this to create headlines? Is Trump doing this to ruffle up the media and ruffle up people on the left? Because they had Gavin Newsom here. They went up to Gavin Newsom and they asked him this here. Let me pull it up. All right. Okay, I got it right here. Here, let me go back.
Governor Steve Large, CBS 13. Anything you want to say about Alcatraz? Any chance?
I don't know if he's watching The Rock or what inspired this about. I mean, that would be. There's 336 prisoners there. I mean, you can't even come up with a more colossally bad fiscal idea. Nothing about this makes any sense. It's got the form and substance of the stuff that flows in and out of the bay over Alcatraz every day.
Now, am I the only one that thinks that comment when he's talking about stuff flowing in and out of the bay, was I the only one thinking he was talking about shit? Because when I think of the Bay Area, it used to be a nice, beautiful looking place, but he's talking about fog rolling in and out of the bay. But it's funny though, the first thought in my mind was what he said. Oh, it's like that stuff that flows in and out of the bay. Oh, I was thinking of shit. That was the first thing I thought of, thinking of the Bay Area in California. But I mean, maybe I digress on that. But look at the phony. He looks like one of the Gotham City. Is he the best the left has to offer? Is he really the best thing the left has to offer? The phony fucking smile on his face. It just drives me insane. And I don't know if you know older millennial, if you see his stuff on TikTok, he swears that there's nothing we can do, that he's going to be the next president. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to make sure, everybody watching this, we all need to work together to make sure that phony guy, I'm going to put it up one more time so you can see how bad this looks. This guy, this is the guy they're saying is the head of the Democratic Party now, and who's going to be the top candidate for president. This is their guy. This is who they want. This is Gavin Newsom.
CBS 13. Anything you want to say about Alcatraz? Any chance?
I don't know if he's watching The Rock or what inspired this about. I mean, that would be. There's 336 prisoners there. I mean, you can't even come up with a more colossally bad fiscal idea. Nothing about this makes any sense. It's got the form and substance of the stuff that flows in and out of the bay over Alcatraz.
The stuff that flows in and out of the bay, fog or shit. I'll leave the assumption up to you, but that's what I was thinking. This is the guy they want. This is the guy they think is the head of the Democratic Party now. Are you afraid? Are you concerned? Are you losing sleep over Gavin Newsom? I sure know he's a threat. I sure know what he's done to the state of California. I sure know what he's done to the city he was mayor of for years before he became lieutenant governor. I mean, think of San Francisco. I mean, if Tony Bennett could rewrite that song, I don't think he would say he left his heart in San Francisco, because the San Francisco Tony Bennett saw was not the San Francisco that we are dealing with today. And I'll tell you what, last time I was there, and I'm not even joking, you literally have to hopscotch over shit and heroin needles, whatever the needles are being used for these days. Right. And I'm not even joking. I took pictures of it last time I was there. I don't have that picture prepared, but that's what we're going with. I saw this video, guys. You have to see this video. My friend on TikTok there, Never Woke, was out there at a protest in Florida. He always, I don't know, you've probably seen him. He goes around Disney World over there with the MAGA hat, jumps around, and honestly, they ought to just give him his own booth at Disney World. He seems like he's there every day, unless he's putting clips of long days he's had there. He's one of the characters. He's just as recognizable as Mickey or Minnie Mouse now. That's how much I've seen this guy at Disney World. But he put out this video of a legal immigrant from Ghana, along with him at a Democratic protest. And this guy from Ghana, oh my God, this guy needs to get some type of award, going off on all of these leftists about how they're not contributing to society. And oh my God, it was like, it was like pontificating. Like, you can't even make this up, guys. Let me pull that up. I have that up here, and it was fucking hilarious. And I have the quote here. But this guy, honestly, he should get some sort of Nobel Peace Prize. But you can see the video here. I'm going to mute my mic so you can't hear me. But
unfortunately, I live here legally. If America gets destroyed, I have a country to go. But what about you? Where are you going to go?
Unfortunately, nowhere, which is why
okay. What you're doing is just sheer waste of time. It calls for your contribution, my contribution to make this country great. But if you want to destroy it, I'm not going to allow that, because I have my kids there that came here.
How are they destroying it? How are they?
Okay, one, they don't understand that today being a Saturday, there are people working. They should go and work, contribute to the economy of this country to make sure that this country become better. Yeah. But they are here wasting time, bullshitting. They get everything for free: Medicaid, Medicare, EBT, and all that. Come to Africa, cash and carry. If you don't have money, you're not going to eat.
Oh my God! If you don't have money, you're not going to eat. I mean, that guy deserves an award. And Never Woke, he deserves an award for catching that moment on film. I mean, how many times have we felt like that guy from Ghana, who came here legally, by the way? He did the right thing. And those are the types of immigrants, like my father came here legally, the types of people that really hate the fact that people coming here illegally, people overstaying their visa that become undocumented, that the left likes to call them, are getting all these benefits, are getting all these things being handed out, right? And these are the people that the left supports, right? These are the types of people that did things, that checked all the boxes, that did the right things. And look how frustrated he is. And to me, that guy is so American now. He's more American than American cheese, than a cheeseburger now. Because look, he speaks to the working American. Look, what are you doing? What are you guys doing? I can't do a Ghanaian accent, right? I don't know if we want to get that comedian in here, but I couldn't have said it better myself. I want to play that one more time before I get to our closing. But let's listen to that. I mean, that was fucking gold. That was so fucking good, man. It's fucking hilarious.
Understand, you guys are here and you are just, I live here legally. If America gets destroyed, I have a country to go. But what about you? Where are you going to go?
unfortunately, nowhere, which is why okay.
What you're doing is just sheer waste of time. It calls for your contribution, my contribution to make this country great. But if you want to destroy it, I'm not going to allow that, because I have my kids there that came here.
How are they destroying it? How are they?
Okay, one, they don't understand that today being a Saturday, there are people working. They should go and work, contribute to the economy of this country to make sure that this country become better. But they are here wasting time, bullshitting. They get everything for free: Medicaid, Medicare, EBT, and all that bullshit. Come to Africa, cash and carry. If you don't have money, you're not going to eat. You understand? You guys are here and you are just making noise for no reason.
Oh my God. And my favorite part of the whole thing is when my buddy Never Woke puts the MAGA hat on this gentleman's head and he just continues. He doesn't skip a beat. He continues on his rant, right? How America is that? And it's people, it's legal immigrants like that gentleman from Ghana that are really truly working to make America great again. That he doesn't play into the whole narrative MAGA just hates anybody that's all immigrants, right? It's about illegal immigrants coming here, right? They're trying to make us think that all of the rhetoric that Trump says is towards any type of immigrant whatsoever, when it's illegal immigrants that are being addressed by MAGA, and he didn't miss a fucking beat. I love that. That was hilarious, guys. I don't know about you. That was fucking hilarious. And I saw a couple other things, but I mean, that's probably the biggest thing going around on X. Super happy to be associated with Never Woke. And if you haven't followed him on there, follow him on X. If you haven't followed me, follow me on X at Anthony Kort. That's K-O-R-T. It's like court, a courtroom, but spelled in a funny ass way with a K and no U. Follow me over there on TikTok. Follow me here on YouTube. I'm going to be extending these live broadcasts and be doing them more often. And I will have them a little bit more seamless, and I'm getting used to using StreamYard, right? So I'll get used to using this platform, but I also do live TikToks, which I'm going to be ramping up. But beyond that, you know what? It's funny. Before I saw this other meme today. I'm going to pull it up right here. Before I leave, I'm going to show you this meme I saw, and I thought it was interesting. But take a look at that. Isn't it strange that Trump never talks about the guy who tried to kill him? Right. And I thought that was so strange. Like, for somebody like this Brooklyn dad defining, whenever you see this peace symbol, it, usually means they're liberal. I'm assuming this guy's liberal. I don't really know. But I thought this was really interesting. Like, if somebody has PTSD, like, are they going to talk about this thing constantly? Like, this would be the equivalent of asking my uncle who was in Vietnam or anybody. This is just a dumb example. Oh, did you kill anybody when you were in Vietnam? Or why don't you talk about the good old days when you were fighting the VC? Right? I mean, it's a traumatic experience, whether you want to admit it or not. And Trump's a tough guy. And I'm sure if anybody could probably talk about it, it could be Trump. But no matter what, if you've been shot at, if you've dealt with being shot at, and no matter who you are, it affects you. And I just thought this was so interesting to see and to be it's a pretty popular post. Like, it has 250,000 views on X. I thought that was interesting, though. Like, you don't think this is a traumatic experience? And the guy goes on to say, I wonder why. What is he alluding to? Is he alluding to the idea of this whole conspiracy that it supposedly didn't happen? And this is the route that they have taken. Excuse me here. This is the route the left has taken. It almost seems like, and a few of them are propped up on TikTok. I don't know if you've noted them, but the guy Elder Millennial. I'm not talking about the older millennial, but this guy Millennial Elder. He looks like the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Mac. I don't know if you watch that show, but there are new Alex Joneses of the left popping up, bringing up all these different crazy conspiracies. And the one that's being that I've seen floated around, especially since it went down, was the whole assassination attempt against President Donald Trump, saying that how it was staged. And are they going to try to sit there and lead us to believe that they got a whole rally to play along with it, right? That they had a bullet graze his ear, like, oh, just shoot me in the ear. And if you're a marksman, if you are a gun connoisseur of any kind, you know how ridiculous that they sound, right? I'm gonna end it on that, guys, but I'm going to keep it short today, but I'm going to be putting out some other content today. I just wanted to test out this live on StreamYard, try to boost up my YouTube channel, my YouTube presence, my presence on X. Please share this video, support this channel any way possible. I have it set up to where you could donate any type of Bitcoin through my YouTube channel. I'm going to have other ways. I'm going to be also marketing some certain products to give you guys some things that I support and support other small businesses. That's what I'm all about. But anyways, we have a lot of different things coming up. Those are the top stories that I've noticed today. And that's all I got for you guys today. Please leave what you think down in the comments. If you are watching this replay, I am Anthony Kort. You can follow me on Instagram, The Real Anthony Kort, Anthony Kort on TikTok, Anthony Kort on YouTube, Anthony Kort on Facebook, and that's Kort. Thanks again, and we will see you in the next one.